know that I'm going to talk to you guys about what you need to know about me to work on a team together. So I'll try to keep it short but sweet. So I grew up, I'm going to talk to you guys kind of about my family experience. I think it develops your personality a lot, kind of like Trevor and Lee. I grew up in a family of 8 kids, so I'm kind of used to everything being really hectic. I can work in any scenario because I'm used to there being noise all the time. And I was the second oldest, but I was in a group of 3 kids at the top, so I have tons of like middle child personality things. Like I'm used to being in the middle and kind of like being the person who like works problems out, not necessarily the leader, but the one who like kind of sits and like moderates and makes sure everything goes okay. So we took some tests for this, and the Myers-Briggs test, I was an ENFP, which is extrovert, intuitive, feeling, perceiving. So that pretty much just means that I'm a people person. I get energy from people. I also like alone time too. Like I'm not totally only energy from other people, but I see the big picture in things. I can relate really well to other people, and I'm perceiving. So I'm not totally organized on everything, but I can be organized. But I'm kind of like more like of a pile person. I know where everything is, and I can find it if I need to, but not super organized. And so we also took the Big 5 Team Helper quiz, and I scored highest on stability. So that's kind of like, I feel like that a lot of that is the big family thing. Like I don't stress out about anything, like to a fault. Like it's kind of bad. Like nothing stresses me out. If I need to be stressed out, I won't be stressed out. And so that's a really, really good thing, but also has its negative sides to that too. And then the second highest ones, I scored a 3.8 for agreeableness and for openness. So I love change. I'm really open to change, and I can get along with almost anyone too. Those things, I mean, the strengths also have their weaknesses in that, like, sometimes I just like change too much, and I don't like things being one way for too long. So I kind of move on to the next thing a little bit too fast sometimes. And sometimes I'm too agreeable, like I want everything to go well, so sometimes I don't bring up issues because I'm like, oh no, that's fine, like we'll just make everything work and get the best for everyone. I scored lowest on conscientiousness, which is kind of like reflecting the ENFP test too, where I'm not super organized. I'm fairly organized, but I don't pay super attention to detail. I'd rather get the whole big picture done and get all of that stuff than focus on like one thing and make sure that's perfect. I'd rather have the big thing not super well than like one thing done really well. So that kind of plays into whatever we do is like teamwork. I have big thing, not like one super detailed thing. The other tests, I won't go into them. I feel like they were kind of pretty short. I mean, I learned visually, but also the other ways I got 6 on one and 5 on the other 2. So I kind of learned every way, mostly visual. From the emotional intelligence test that we did and the entrepreneurship one, from that I learned that I have a lot of strengths as far as like entrepreneurship, and I understand people pretty well, but sometimes I let other people shine more because I'd rather not, get in a conflict or issue with them. And if somebody wants to do something, then I'll like help them do that rather than push myself harder. I'll help them more. So that's something that helped me. Those tests, I'm going to be aware of that. And overall, the tests, they sum me up pretty well. Pretty much how I think of myself. Strengths: I'm very open-minded, easygoing, low stress. Like those things all really go well. I'm used to working with people. I'm a good team member. I can help things along really well. I have good ideas, but my weaknesses are attention to detail. Sometimes I kind of throw everything together and like make sure it's there, but I miss out on some small parts of it. And sometimes I'm not focused enough on myself, like pushing myself hard enough because I'm making sure other people are there. But yeah, so I see the big picture in things, and I'm full of a lot of ideas, which is good. And as far as being on the team member, I'm kind of like a go-with-the-flow team member, so I'm pretty easy to work with. The other thing, it's kind of different, like Lee, you were saying, like in a school setting, it's a little bit different than I would be on a different team setting. So for like this scenario, I have a lot going on, and so I'm kind of just like go with the flow, and I'm not necessarily going to be the leader, but I'm there to help in whatever way I can. Because obviously we have a lot going on too, like work and school and other stuff. And one of my goals is to do work a little bit earlier because I am a last-minute deadline person. I love procrastinating and waiting till the last second to like get things done. That's how I work like really well. If I wait till the last second, I like cram everything in. Like I don't know, it works way better. If I try to do something 2 days before, it doesn't work. It's like it's the longest process. It's not efficient. It doesn't work very well for me. So I'm a last-minute person, but I need to keep that in check because sometimes I wait too long and then you don't have have time to edit stuff, and you just have to turn in something that's good but not great. So that's pretty much what you guys need to know about me to work on this project.